far today. I wanted to get rid of you hitting the ball fat, and I think we have, but that one was a little bit fat. And then I also want to get rid of just a little bit of that miss to the right. So if we strengthen that left hand, just so you can see, start to see that second knuckle, the middle finger knuckle there, as you look down at it at address. You might start missing it more left, but that's good. And we're going to kind of tinker with that and get you kind of in that happy medium throughout these lessons. So if you start to miss everything left, that's good. Okay. I just want to get rid of that right hand miss. The sand wedge, and I'll explain more of this when we do the greenside bunker. It has a raised back edge on the sole of the club. Okay, both your wedges are going to have that. That helps the club. It prevents the club from digging down into the ground. So that leading edge, there's the leading edge, and then the trail edge. This is called the bounce, which is the trail edge, and then the leading edge. The leading edge is very, very sharp. So if we come in really steep, the trail edge is above the ground. It doesn't hit the ground at all. Leading edge hits the ground and the club digs. If you have a tendency, maybe on a tight lie, off the fairway lie, if you have a tendency to hit behind the ball, it's because this leading edge, you're using too much of the leading edge and not enough of this trail edge. Okay, so that's why I like to use this club around the greens. I utilize the trail edge, gives me more room for air, and I'll demonstrate why. So chipping the ball, more ground time, less air time, right? So in order to achieve the different variances in height and roll, we look at how our hands and our wrists operate during the swing. Okay? If we have a lot of hand action, that's usually going to make the ball go up and roll less. If we have less hand action and we keep our wrists nice and still, usually that ball is going to go lower and it's going to roll out more. Okay? We move the ball a little bit back of center for this lower shot. If we need lower trajectory and more roll, move the ball back in your stance. So I'm going to play this about a ball's width back of center. And then I'm going to put my weight kind of on my left foot just to get the grip. If I show it from this view, if I lean forward, the grip goes ahead of the ball. And that's going to help me hit that ball first and not hit the ground first. So this is a great time to say too, the less loft you have, the easier it is to impart side spin on the ball. That's why the driver, that's the hardest club to get hit straight because it has the least amount of loft, so it has the greater tendency to give us side spin. If our path is just slightly off from our club face with 8 degrees of loft or 10 degrees of loft, whatever your driver has, that's really going to go spraying offline. That's why a wedge, it's hard to hook a wedge or it's hard to slice a wedge because it has 56, 60 degrees of loft. Okay? The driver is very tough to hit straight just because it has that little amount of loft. So that's just a little tidbit for you guys. That's why driver is tough. As you get your eyes over the ball, you can actually see where you're aiming a lot better. If you're inside the target line, you might be thinking, oh, I think I'm aimed a little too far right, or I think I'm aimed a little too far left. Same thing if you're too close. You feel like you're always aimed too far right. So get your eyes right over the ball, and I'll test each one of you. I'll drop that ball, see where your eye position is. That way you can just get your eye line on the target line, which is the point of being over the ball, so you can stroke that ball with some topspin and hit some better putts. Okay, now this one, hole number 3, the length of the backswing controls the distance we're hitting these putts. Too often I see a lot of people, no matter what length putt, they take the same backswing and they either hit it harder, hey, that actually worked. They either hit it harder or they hit it softer. Okay, but what I like to do to be consistent is you have to kind of just practice. If I have a longer putt, I need to take the putter back longer and swing through a little longer. If I have a shorter putt, it's the opposite. If I have a really short putt, then I'm going to have a really short backswing and follow through. Too often I see somebody who takes a really long backswing and then slows down coming in, or they take a really short backswing and take a really big forward swing. Let's match the backswing to the forward swing. Good try. So you're actually hitting the board in front of the ball instead of kind of behind it or right under it. That's why you're hitting the ball first and it's going right. Does that make sense? So the board, so go ahead and set up for me. So that last one, the reason it went to the right, we're opening that face, you actually came down, you hit the ball with the heel here, the hosel, the club was pointing right, and then you went down into the board. We want to hit the board about right here.